Welcome to Insert Title Here, the podcast that would like to remind you that it is always morally correct to share archive links of Kotaku articles. My name is Technical Cake Mix, also known as Adam. Joining me as always are these two idiots. Idiots, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Devon Vavio. I'm not sober right now and I'm playing Pokemon. How y'all doing?
I'm very good. I think our other co-host is currently hitting the dank weasel, so to speak. That's a very dank weasel.
Coughing in our ears less than a minute in. Gotta love it. You gotta love it, baby.
I'm Satoru and his wife.
Okay.
For those who didn't catch that, translated to English, that was, I'm Satohara and I miss my wife.
He's so gay.
Good water, good water,
but
good
it's
water.
gay in a good way, you know? Like,
yes. So, what, you guys get into anything fun this last weekend?
Me and David shot aliens.
Yeah, we played
No,
more
aliens.
Halo. Yeah, we played more Halo.
Oh, cool. Well, how far, what, you guys doing, like, co-op campaign, or are you still doing, like, multiplayer stuff?
Just multiplayer stuff.
Yeah,
I never got into Halo.
we were still just doing the firefight. God damn, I'm dying over here. I didn't expect that hit to hit that hard.
I'm gonna say, it looked like it winded you, bud. That hit was an uppercut, apparently.
Upper cunt. Boom.
Boom!
But
Fucking...
did just a bunch of firefight. I'm pretty sure I discovered on the exit that I can actually drag Devon's ass into a co-op campaign with me. So I'm about to force him to play through the entire Halo series with me.
I have to have all the Halo
Nicely.
games to do that, so.
Yeah, that's why we'll just buy it for you.
Okay,
you
cool.
know.
Speaking of things, PC stuff, I got my graphics card in from Adam.
Woo!
And everything runs so nice now. It makes me very happy.
Very happy.
Yeah, bro,
And
you have no idea. Oh my god. I'm so glad that I can finally play games and it just doesn't suck. Like it's so nice.
I mean, I'm still amazed that I got my new graphics card. I'm very happy to pay it forward because you were running a 540,
Yeah.
something like that. I mean like an AMD 540 for those wondering. It was a very old card, which we're happy to replace because we helped Devon get his other stuff together early this year. So now he's running a pretty nice system, I would say so myself.
Hell yeah. I mean, I have no complaints. I was able to mod Resident Evil 2 last night and it ran with no problems. Which was pretty fun. I'm pretty sure you guys already saw it, but yeah, I put the X go and give it to you over whenever Mr. X sees me and chases me down. He's all bomb, and we stop right there so we don't get fucking.
I'm surprised you didn't give him squeaky shoes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do the squeaky shoes after. I
can't think it. I haven't played that. I have it on my hard drive. I've had it since launch 2 and 3. I just haven't played them yet. I need to do it. Dude, honestly, I've got my Halloween project I'm going to work on next. I might find some time in between to vibe and do stuff.
Absolutely, dude. Like, okay, if I'm being honest with you, Resident Evil 2, the remake of Resident Evil 2 is probably one of the best Resident Evils I've played, and I've played every Resident Evil game. Like,
what is the worst Resident Evil you've played?
The worst Resident Evil I've played?
Because I know there's one you haven't played that I have, which is fucking
I've not
atrocious.
played that one, the Game Boy one.
You have not played Gaiden.
No,
you have not
they
played
had
Gaiden.
it for sale at a local game shop near me, but I didn't pick it up.
How much did they want for it?
I think it was like 60 something. I don't remember.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah, but I didn't have the money at the time. I didn't have the money. Okay, I'll go check it out tomorrow. But aside from that, the worst Resident Evil I've played, God, like worst mainline Resident Evil or spin-offs included?
Any, because Gaiden's a spin-off, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, if I'm saying mainline Resident Evil, obviously I gotta say 6, because I hate that game. Like, I actively refuse. Like, I would rather do single
6 or maybe, 6 or maybe Survivor.
Yeah, like, but if we're talking, like, actual spin-off...
Yeah.
I didn't like, the, Umbrella Chronicles.
Oh really? The Railgun one?
No. I didn't play that one. What's the one with Code Veronica? I didn't like Code Veronica.
Well, to be fair, it's very old and it's very jank. It desperately needs a remake. I'm hoping that that's the next remake.
It's not being old that's the problem, though. I mean, I think it's just the being jank that's the problem, because I played through Resident Evil 2 and 3 Classic before the remakes came out, and I had no problem with those.
So that was back before they were trying to become more action orientated. So Code Veronica was literally the last one of that kind of classic style before Resi 4 came along.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of that transition game. It's got some really good moments and really good scenes, but I am thoroughly in the opinion that the next remake that needs to happen should be Code Veronica.
Yeah,
I like Code Veronica a lot, but I am also mature enough to own up to that game's got a lot of flaws.
Yeah. But as long as you can accept that, I mean, that's fine. And at that point, you can criticize it and not have to worry about coming off as like a massive douche dick. Like I do with Resident Evil 6, because like I just no thanks.
There is you don't have to be a fanboy to look at Resident Evil 6 and go, yeah, that's bad. That's just bad all over. But you know what wasn't bad? Too many games. I went to my first convention like 2 years last weekend.
I don't get to I don't get to talk about my least favorite Resident Evil.
What's your least favorite Resident Evil, Xander?
You're on Xander, tell us.
My least favorite Resident Evil is 6.
Because
it takes Chris Redfield and makes him suck. And it takes Leon and it makes him suck.
Yes, it does.
And then it takes Claire and it makes her suck. And it takes
Claire's
Jill and it makes him suck. And then it introduces this new character, McGuy, and he sucks. But you know what Resident Evil that I really love? That is like a really good Resident Evil?
Which one?
What's a really good Resident Evil, Xander?
Resident Evil Outbreak.
You know what? I saw it this weekend and I came this close to buying it.
Bro. We got the service back up for this thing.
Is Outbreak
that's what I heard.
The multiplayer
you
one?
can play. Yeah, it's the PS2 multiplayer, like randomly generated Resident Evil fucking multiplayer game where you go through a sequence of events during an outbreak and shit. There's that in File 2.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I saw the first one for sale. It was only like 10. I don't know why I didn't pick it up in hindsight. I think it's probably because it was like day 2 or 3 and I was trying to conserve money because, your boy did some damage. I saw it and I didn't pick it up. I mean, in hindsight, why did I not pick it up?
Yeah, a lot of people are probably very furiously typing in the comments right now going, actually, Resident Evil Outbreak sucks, and it was where the series started to fall off, because it focused too much on the blah blah blah, and it had too much of this, and it didn't have enough blah blah blah. But this is where you go ahead and post that comment, and give us a thumbs down on the YouTube video, and we thank you for the engagement, and we move about our day, and we don't give a shit about your wrong opinion, because Outbreak was not only fun, it was revolutionary, and it's still fun to this day. And I think I just figured out what I can fucking make you guys do with me on Halloween.
I had to say, the online service are back up, then like I have the PS Triple here. I can just get a copy and I can probably work out how to get that up and rolling.
Yeah, we can play Resident Evil Outbreak together, boys. I think it's 4-player.
Yeah. I thought it was more than that. I remember my cousin owned it and I used to visit and they were playing it a fair bit. I could have sworn it was like you could have 6 or 7 people in a session.
Let's see.
But yeah, I vaguely remember because the big thing I remember was it File 1 or File 2 that had the zoo level and there was a zombie elephant. I think it was the first one. Now I think about it, but I also remember like there was scenes out of it that seemed to be more influenced by the Resident Evil movie than it was from the game series. Like if I'm wrong, comment section, let me know. Was Outbreak the one that had like a whole like level section in quote unquote the Hive?
Doesn't look like it according to what I'm reading.
But yeah, which one had the zombie elephant in it? Because the zombie elephant, I really vividly remember the zombie elephant, particularly the cutscene.
Might be File 2. While we're at it, since I can just edit this to make the conversation go a little more naturally, let me click on File 2 and see.
Yeah. Oh, man. In hindsight, should have picked it up. It's alright, though.
File 2 is the zoo.
I got some other horror stuff. File 2 is the zoo. Okay, yeah. I just vividly remember just this great fucking cutscene of it breaking down the wall and, like, elephants screaming.
Do you know what the elephant's name is?
Going,
do you know what the elephant's name is, Adam?
What's the elephant's name?
He has a name. It's Oscar. It's Oscar the elephant.
What's the name of the elephant that Edison murdered?
I don't remember. Don't remind me about fucking Edison murdering an elephant. I don't want to fucking talk about goddamn fucking motherfucking goddamn fucking Thomas fucking Edison and this goddamn Untitled here fucking podcast and a fucking show. Fucking Thomas Edison coming up in here and being like, I will show you that my power is better by murdering many people and then regretting it later in life, but still being a rich jackass about it. Fucking no, goddamn Thomas Edison, get him the fuck out of here.
Topsy the
Thank you. It's Topsy the elephant. Thank you, intern.
The intern. Adam, I think we have to have a discussion about our business practices because I think you're sleeping with the intern.
And?
There's a zombie lion, too.
High five.
High five.
There's a zombie lion, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess what his name is?
What's his name?
Max.
Paul.
Oscar and Max.
Oscar and Max. Oh, that's adorable. I want to play this again.
And then there's a giant flea called Gigabyte.
Okay, that's not as good. That's just not.
Well, yeah. Well, that one's of course the one that's not going to be wholesome.
Nah.
You have to have one that's not wholesome. You know, you have Oscar the elephant and Max the lion, and then you have a giant fucking flea after that when you're like successfully disarmed, and then you go, no, ew, gross, and it goes, and it attaches fucking mandibles to your face and just starts sucking out your goddamn blood through your fucking face, Adam. It starts sucking out your blood through your fucking face, Adam. And then your brain comes out through your fucking skin.
Wasn't that the bug things in the first game? What are they called again? Chimeras?
You're a chimera.
Your mom's a chimera.
Oh, so to just completely change subject, because I don't even know what the hell you two are talking about anymore. You keep saying I'm a chimera, you're a chimera, your mom's a chimera. You know what? Who cares? Smash happened.
Yeah. Oh, that was the cutest thing. Going back to the con, I saw someone cosplaying as our new friend running around with a Smash letter in hand.
Yes.
That was really cute.
So I was.
Congratulations to you fucking Kingdom Hearts weebs, you goddamn motherfuckers.
Yes. I was correct, by the way. One of our lovely fans said 0 EROROOR Sora.
Holy mental gymnastics,
right.
Batman.
I was right. Zeros in Smash through the guise of Sora.
I'm gonna go find that comment from that fan and ban that comment from this YouTube channel.
It was a private message.
I'm gonna fucking come to goddamn undisclosed place in Texas. I'm gonna take your fucking phone. I'm gonna delete the goddamn message from your goddamn DMs. How about that? Huh? Okay. You wanna go? You wanna go, boy?
A little upset. You a little upset, homie?
Yeah, I'm a little upsetty over here. My spaghetti's a little upsetty because I got a little fucking overcooked over here.
I'm gonna be honest. I was at my day job during the announcement, watching it on my phone, and I don't give a fuck about Sora. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy that your boy got repped. But can we talk about the real fighter announcement that happened?
Oh, your lovely little Doom guy.
We got the Doom Slayer as a Mii costume, and he is goddamn adorable.
Did we get any music?
Look at the perfect pint-sized. Yes,
we did. Which songs?
They had Mick Gordon's E1M1 remix for the announcement.
No,
yeah,
but
that was in the announcement. Is that going to be in Smash?
Most likely, any songs that have been with the announcement of the Mii skins have also come with the characters.
Well, this one didn't say it specifically, though. That's what makes me worried. That's why I don't think it did. But
most of them have had it, and I can't imagine them not putting a few Doom tracks in with it. You know what I mean? Because, come on.
Yeah. But I'm excited.
But look at him. He's adorable.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's pint-sized. He's Isabel's size. They can go on dates.
Yeah, the only person I ship with Isabel who's not me is Doom Guy. Because I'm Doom Guy.
That zone animation is going to get real weird for the next edit, isn't it?
Right.
What?
But
what?
There's hang on, no. There's a zone animation of Isabel getting fucked by Doom Guy?
No, I was joking about he was going to make an edit of the uncle one.
Oh, okay.
So instead of the camel, it's going to be a E1M1.
Bro, you got me fucking hyped for a second. I thought I was gonna have to go, all right, guys, pause. Let me go jerk off real quick. But fucking no, I'm sitting here with the fucking hypothetical boner now. God damn, continue with what you were gonna say, Devon.
Wait, how can you have a hypothetical boner? Either you have a boner or you don't.
Let's say, hypothetically, I get aroused.
Let's say, hypothetically, there's two of us, hypothetically, talking about us getting aroused. Let's say that there's two Ben Shabibos right on here, hypothetically. That Ben Shabibo is now a sponsor, I guess, of insert title here. Okay, so let's say that Ben Shabibo is, let's say that he has two men in front of him, and those two men, they are, let's say they have two penises, and both those penises are what we'd say fully hard. How many Ben Shabibos would it take to suck off those? We all know the answer is one. One Ben Shabibo is all it needs. I could take all that cum. Let's say I took all that cum. Would I still be a hungry boy? Yes, I'd still be a hungry boy. This is Ben Shabibo signing off.
And
that was a sponsorship?
That's a hypothetical boner.
Yeah.
That's how you get a hypothetical legal
That's how I
threat.
get a hypothetical.
What do you mean legal threat? There's no such thing as a Ben Shabibo. That's an entirely original character that was invented by the
Right.
Insert Title Here podcast show, internet show, podcast show.
Made for internets.
Made for the
only internet show made for the internet.
Did you know that my co-host Devon is incredibly attractive? Did you know Devon?
No one can see my face right now.
I'll flash up your face online. Send me your worst fucking selfie like possible.
I just have
Fucking
one
hell.
underneath me.
Actually,
Yeah, I showed you my penis. Please respond angle.
oh yeah.
I have one of that, but I'm wearing Soldier 76's mask, and it says I showed you my pulse rifle. Why don't you respond?
Man.
I would do that if I had more masks. I would make more of those like shit posts. Like if I had like Master Chief's mask, I showed you my DMR and now answer me.
Well, Master Chief is the BR.
Whatever, I don't give a
Noble
shit.
6 would be DMR.
I don't play Halo.
You've played Halo with me today.
I don't remember Halo. Halo isn't real.
He's Halo reaching on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's still one of my favorite jokes to use. Like you're reaching harder than the Halo spinoff.
You know what else I discovered this weekend?
What?
I discovered there is a lower life form than scalpers.
What could be worse than NFT guys?
Is he gonna be furry?
Oh, lower.
Are you about to say furry?
What's worse
Lower.
than NFTs? And
Lower than NFTs and furries.
Okay, cool. I thought this was about to be Adam's furry rant number 69 on Insert Title Here podcast.
No, the furries were pretty well behaved actually all weekend.
Okay, good.
do they get treats?
The answer are video game graders.
Oh,
There
fuck.
was so many of them. It was like normally at like that con there's like one, like you know those people running around with their plastic coffins of video games. There was like two per aisle and everybody was ignoring them. It was the funniest fucking.
Hey
thing.
man, you want to come up and pay me $200 to get a guaranteed PSA 9 on that fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon you got there, brother?
Like here's the thing, I kind of get it for the card people because like you're trading cards because half of the enjoyment of that is the artwork. Like the comics, I'm kind of on the fence about it because the joy is usually reading the damn thing. When it comes to video games, like okay, you can put a comic in a trade paperback or a trade hardback, and you can still get the same enjoyment out of reading it, right? You can put it in an omnibus or a volume, you can still read it, and it's still the same experience. With a video game, there's a huge argument to be made about playing a game on its original hardware. And the second you put it in plastic and make it so you can't do that anymore, what's the fucking point? Like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
And it keeps these people flash up that whole stat of, like, that Silver Mario Bros. That was graded that sold for, was it $3 million? Or
You mean the fucking scam? That was a scam?
Yeah.
That later on was
It was a
revealed to
scam,
be
it
a
was a
fucking
scam.
scam? And that every single time you
and
see
people-
a fucking game sell for more than fucking $100, you're being scammed?
Yeah, I've never bought a game for more than $100, and I certainly didn't do it over the weekend.
Bullshit. I was about to say, you full of shit.
yeah, but okay, I stand by the difference between collectors markets and this shit. But like, they kept flashing that number up, and I'm just like, that was literally drug trafficking money involved in that. It was clearly money laundering. It was legal money laundering. That's what it was. So like, oh my god. But yeah, on the topic of are any games worth more than $100? No comment.
Let's see.
There
The game that you bought, Adam, was in the triple digits, correct?
Yes.
You motherfucker.
There are two games
It
where
was-
I'm willing to pay more than $100 on, and they're both the last two .hack games. But fucking
Yo, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I saw someone selling all four of them with the guidebook for part 3 in a bundle for like 500 something, and I was like, Liz owns, I should say. They're in my office because I keep the games in here, but she keeps the books in there though. We own all four of them and all four guidebooks, and I dread to fucking think what like the asking price was because we noticed the game prices were significantly higher this year. But on the good side, the artist alley, the people you should be supporting and buying from every convention, was significantly lower. So it kind of balanced out. We made a lot of good buys at the artist alley.
no
And I made a
comment.
new friend. Liz made a good friend. But yeah, I'm going to break Xander's heart by telling him I spent $225 on a copy of Mars Matrix.
What the fuck is Mars Matrix?
A very, 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 very fucking good space shooter. with a soundtrack by a Japanese DJ whose name currently escapes me. Originally in arcade as part of Sega's huge Naomi push, released late in life on the Sega Dreamcast. It is an absolute
Did
banger.
you
I've been trying to get it
spend
for
more than
years.
$200 goddamn dollars on a shmup?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
And I'd do it again. And I'd do it again. I've been trying to get this game for 5 fucking years. When I started trying to get it, it was about $100. It's been slowly increasing. The worst part is $225 is actually a good price for it in the current market.
Ooh, Adam, they clearly had him. Scanned him out of his money, sold him some stupid shit for $200 fucking dollars that he could have just emulated. Piracy is cool.
See, I'm like, yeah, I can emulate it, but it's not on my system. I don't own the disc. I don't get to look at it. I don't get to, like, you know, hold it.
Yeah, okay.
There's
so
something
obviously
about physical media and me. I'm a physical media simp.
Yeah, obviously I agree with you on the
like,
physical media front. I own the original fucking Kingdom Hearts on PS2 and I don't have a PS2. I have fucking you know, a couple of the fucking .hack games and shit.
Yeah.
I got the goddamn online .hack game. And literally that I've never even opened because I emulate it when I actually fucking play it. Just so that way, if I stream it on twitch.tv/Shatahara, nobody can ever fucking say, oh, you got a pirate copy. No, bitch. I own this shit. I own this motherfucker. I like preservation. I agree with you. However...
Asterix.
Comma.
$225
fucking dollars?
Yeah. You know what the worst part is? I know the way the market's going for Dreamcast stuff right now, a year from now, it'll be 400. Before you say no, it won't be. When I bought Illbleed like 2 years ago, it was $80.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to say it won't be. I know how these things work. I bought Pokemon when they were $30, and that was considered expensive, and now they're fucking like goddamn $100-something each.
Depends on the one, but yeah.
Thank you for
cheapest I saw Pokemon
again,
Red.
by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The cheapest I saw Pokemon Red for was like $50 to give you an idea.
That's stupid.
It's red.
It's stupid. Oh my god, I hate. Oh,
they were already creeping up back in the day, but yeah, that's opportunism.
I remember when the Virtual Console released Red, Blue, and Yellow for $10, and you could get them for $10 in real life at secondhand stores.
Yeah. Like, wife wanted me to try and find her a copy of Yellow during this weekend, and to our credit, we tried. We really did try, but like, I tend to be like, look, we're just gonna get you an eShop version. I'm going to try and find her a physical Yellow, because I know she wants a physical Yellow. I'm going to try, but like it's going to be a hard try.
I wish my physical Yellow still worked. I would totally give it to you guys. Like,
honestly, I'm not even sure she cares it works or not. I think she just wants to own the physical cartridge.
If she doesn't care, I'll send it. Like, I don't use it. I've got red and blue. I don't even like yellow version. Like, I grew up with yellow version. I don't like it. I don't like Gen 1, but I'm not going to go on a Gen 1. Have I gone on the Gen 1 rant on the show?
Yes, you have.
No,
yes,
actually,
you have gone on a
actually.
Gen 1 rant. Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Yes.
No, he hasn't.
There was a fucking episode where you began the goddamn episode where this guy's like, "Oh, what's your favorite, red, blue, or yellow?" You said, "I don't like any of these."
Yeah. I remember.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. That guy.
We don't need a repeat of that conversation.
But yeah, oh god, the gaming market right now, it was going down. Then COVID happened, and everyone went to eBay and went, "I've got all this time, let me play some video games," and everything spiked the fuck up. So yeah. Yes, I spent $225 goddamn dollars. You know what though? I got for a fucking bargain price. I got a white label. Yes, a cum label. For those who don't know, I am the Dreamcast simp. White labels were promotional copies or pre-release copies sent out to media outlets or to game stores for the intents of previewing a game. They're usually not completed versions of the games. They're usually like 99% complete. I found a guy who had a fucking binder full of the bastards, and we were talking for a bit. And I bought from him for the low price of 50 American doll hairs the white label of Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage, a game which is currently retailing for about $100 for the standard retail version. So yeah, we're calling that a bargain, considering I've now got the very hard to find white label version.
You guys have fucking ruined me doing this podcast with you and the amount of times you've talked about fucking Mitt Romney and his binders full of women. Every single fucking time I hear the phrase binders full, my brain auto-completes of women, and that's why I just facepalm through the entirety of your story. Not because of the white label thing, but because I fucking heard you say a binder's full of women and that you bought a fucking white label woman.
I was expecting him to talk about Berserk for a second. Like, you guys have ruined me every time I hear Berserk. I say gut steam, but no. He's making Romney jokes, which, to be fair, very highbrow. Yeah, apart from that, Artist Alley was a banger. Artist Alley was a banger. Was a real hoot. We got some good stuff. Liz got some great stuff for her office. I got some little standees. Everything was fun.
I am super excited to actually go back to a con for the first time in like years.
Because you're next, aren't you?
Yes, at the end of this month, I'm going to Anime Weekend in Atlanta, so I'm like going on my first flight, and I am going to my first out-of-state con. I mean, technically, a con would have been my first out-of-state con, but that's driving distance. This is like out of state. My first time.
Yeah, you are flying.
Yeah, my first time in Georgia.
Bring back some peaches.
Yeah, I'll try. No promises.
Yeah, but man, I hope you have some fun because like it's nice now because a lot of cons they're kind of back. You know, they're running it usually quite sensibly in terms of COVID safety, which is nice. So,
they are requiring masks for all attendees. So
that's
like,
good.
Okay, that's fine.
That's good. Yeah, I was telling these guys before we went live that mine. Because Pennsylvania technically doesn't have a mask mandate right now, but it sort of does in certain areas. I believe where the con was did. They basically said you don't technically have to wear a mask inside the convention hall, but also the vendors don't technically have to serve you either. Which I'm like, oof, that's a polite way of saying wear it, you fucking asshole. The most Philadelphian way of saying it, I should say. And Xander, have you left the house in the past week, or are you still hiding out in the grocery store basement?
I have to leave the house way fucking more often than I want to be. Are you fucking kidding me?
What's up?
The kid from the Dawn Treader's Adam Warlock.
Wait, what? Wait. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader?
Yeah, the kid from the Chronicles of Narnia, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader with the smushy face. The young blonde kid with the smushy face. He's Adam Warlock now.
I have no idea who that is. I know Adam Warlock because I have no idea who the...
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter.
He played Eustace Scrub in the...
I know that cunt! He was in fucking half of the... Oh my god.
He was what?
He was in a bunch of like kids' TV shows growing up on the BBC and like fucking ITV and stuff. That cunt.
Oh, he's that guy in that meme. Like, you guys are getting paid meme.
Yeah, that cunt. He, what the fuck was... he was like in a whole bunch of fucking TV stuff, and then the next fucking thing I see, he's in like something called The Maze Runner. Was it? Who was in? Yeah,
those movies suck. So the main reason why this was even something I brought up isn't because I'm like, my movies are ruined because this fucking guy I don't like the MCU, so I'm not like, whatever. But the reason I had to bring this up is because at first I confused him for the Nazi kid who kills the kid in Breaking Bad. I thought he was that smush face guy.
No, he's just in... Where the fuck's he from?
I keep saying smush face, which implies like a face smushed in, you know, like a pug. But I mean like Will Ferrell's face. How, you know, he has those tiny eyes and they're just so close to his fucking, like, all his rest of his facial features. Charlie Kirk has smush face. That fucking alt-right cunt.
Oh, he's from fucking Hammersmith. Piss off. Fucking London wanker.
London wanker.
Look, there are two types of people. People who think London is a lovely place and people who've actually been to fucking London.
I've never been, so...
It's not great.
Take my word for it.
Me saying it's not great is a kindness to London.
It's a place.
It's the New York City of the UK.
Yeah, you should go out to somewhere fucking more cultured like Edinburgh-vich a bitch. Yeah.
Are you still in my Edinburgh line?
No. It's just Edinburgh, even though I know it's not pronounced like that, so don't give me that fucking look. I'm saying it like that because Americans, okay? Look.
I'm giving you that look because you're still in my line.
I just wanted to say something that sounded vaguely, you know, like like some fucking Dorfensteierstein or some stupid shit. Although that's German, because I added the Stein there. So Dorfensteir, England.
That sounded very Irish.
No.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. I've never been to Ireland. I've been to Scotland. I've been to England. Obviously, I'm fucking from there. I've been to Wales. I've been to France. I have been to Italy. I have been to Spain. I have been to Portugal. I've been to Belgium. I have been to Egypt. I've been to Israel, Palestine. Yeah, have I never been to Germany? Now I think about it.
Not even
right
the
fucking
Germans
there.
Germany.
I mean, what about the people in Munich? Apparently, it's the happiest place on earth.
Why are eunuchs happy? They don't have balls.
No, Munich. Munic.
Yeah, Munichs don't have balls.
Like Bayern Munich. I mean, they got lots of balls, just they kick them in the back of nets.
No, it's like a ritual thing. You're not allowed to have balls past a certain age, so all Munichs are
That's
Munich.
eunuch,
Oh,
not Munich.
no.
Eunuchs
That's
live in Munich. Munich
they live in
is
Midsommar.
German
Just
for...
because they sound the same doesn't
Devon.
mean that one
Devon.
can like.
My
take care
mom
of
lived
the
in
other.
Germany for 2 years, so I can speak German inherently, okay? So listen to me. Munich, when broken down, stands for Community of Eunuchs. Munich. And everybody who decides to keep living in Munich has to become eunuchs past the age of 13. It's the eunuchization to become a Munich
I'm
citizen.
gonna ruin his joke. I'm gonna puncture his fucking joke. Because the Germans don't call it Munich, they call it Munchen.
No, they don't. Germans don't
Munch
speak
it on
fucking
these
German.
balls.
They speak Deutschland.
It's Munchen, but yeah. It's Bayern Munchen.
Coming from the guy who thinks
fine for
football's
sure.
called fucking hand egg.
He made that joke, not me.
Yeah, I made that joke.
Fucking, come on, man, get your head out your ass.
My head's not in my
Speaking of
ass,
heads
but
and
it
asses-
is in somebody's ass.
Speaking of heads and asses, reading my original joke. What the fuck's up with Kotaku right now?
Oh right.
Jesus Christ, did you see this, Xander?
Oh, he saw it.
You guys realize you can fucking buy a game and emulate it, right?
Yeah.
They weren't encouraging that. The actual article ends with "Thank God for pirates."
Okay.
They weren't encouraging that. Yeah, they were straight up doing that. I'm just like, the game came out 2 days ago.
Coming on the
Like,
clock is
okay.
always morally ethical.
Okay. I'm okay with.
Here's where I'm
piracy,
drawing the fucking.
But this is a new Metroid game, the first one in a long ass time.
That I don't have exceptions.
Okay, well I do, because I say the line is accessibility. If I can't get it readily and easily available, or it's way out of the economic range, then that's fine. This game came out 2 days ago. I can go to my fucking Walmart and get a copy. It's accessible. That's the line.
I don't give a fuck.
It was something like, I don't know, fucking Earthbound, where the only way to really get it is to either spend.
No, this is
X
the
amount of
one time
$100.
I'm on
I hope
Kotaku's
people
side on
dig
this
it.
one. Fuck it. The emulator works great. Capitalism's a fucking failure. Corporations are fucking evil. Come on the clock.
Fuck Kotaku.
Yeah, fuck Kotaku. But also I agree with him on this one.
Hard disagree. And my favorite thing about it is they're just like, you're just simping for a corporation. And I'm like, motherfuckers, you've been doing this for the past 10 years with the Marvel products. Whenever anybody gave any criticism of any MCU film, you found a way to turn it into something else. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, fuck off. We get it.
The
You're driven in pain,
MCU is
Harley,
the
and
most
rage
perfect
clicks.
thing that's
Fuck
ever
you.
been created. Everybody knows the tragic uprising and downfall of Tony Stark. And Spider-Man is the greatest fucking goddamn rock opera that's ever been committed to film. And everybody knows that fucking Captain America Civil War isn't the worst fucking adaptation of anything that's ever been made ever. It's actually a fucking masterpiece. I can't keep up that facade anymore. Fuck Civil War.
I like Civil War, but that's just me.
I like so.
But hold on. I kind of agree with him on the fact that I'm so tired of the MCU. Like, it's still trying to MCU.
I enjoyed the last year.
Well, here's the thing. I'm so tired of the MCU trying to MCU everything because, like, I was watching the shows on Disney Plus, the What If, and apparently in the newest What If, they all cross over. Like all the previous episodes, all will come together to stop like the big bad. I'm just like, I am so fucking tired of stories having to weave together. You can have a fucking solo story and not have it interact with another fucking part of your franchise, for the love of fucking God. And I know this is coming from the guy who like plays Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy unironically, but for the love of fucking God, not everything has to goddamn cross over.
Oh,
I must admit, like, as a side effect of the pandemic and theaters being shut down and movies being delayed, I hate to admit it, but I did kind of enjoy a year where there wasn't a Marvel movie every 2 weeks coming out in theaters. You know?
I was so happy.
It was surprisingly refreshing.
I was so
Like,
happy the moment they announced Black fucking Spider or whatever the fuck her name is back in fucking theaters. I was like, God damn it, it's over.
Yeah, apparently the film's alright. Like, just alright. Everything I've heard about Black Widow, it's alright.
I don't care about watching
It's
it
alright.
because the character's dead.
I'm kind of done with I'm kind of done with Marvel, honestly. After I think after I must admit I enjoyed them because I grew up reading those comics. I watched all the way through to Endgame. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm done. It's a nice bookend to the whole thing. Start, end, bookended. Yeah. I'm done. I haven't watched anything past Endgame. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man film. I haven't seen any of the Disney Plus original series. I'm good. I'm good.
Like nice the last one I actually enjoyed Marvel-wise was fucking Winter Soldier because it's just like a start to finish good ass action movie.
Yeah,
that's a good
one.
Like
they let the Russo brothers just make a good movie, and then after that, everything had to fucking. Wait, was Guardians after?
No, Guardians was before. Guardians was the start of Phase 2.
No, I actually like Guardians Volume 2 too, so I have to cop for that one. So I guess Guardians Volume 2 got me with the father story. So sure, they bet me over with that one.
Yeah, no.
But like. I was probably going to exit after Endgame anyway, just because like that feels like a good stopping point.
Yeah,
but then
like, I'm done. Like I don't anymore.
But then I didn't even like it. It was like this isn't.
I haven't watched it since I saw it the first time. I watched Infinity War a second time, which I really realized, damn, this thing's actually really well made.
Yeah. I went back and watched Infinity War, and I still like that one too. So I guess technically,
yeah.
So there are some films you like.
Like,
yeah.
There's some things he likes.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Infinity War is that it was different at the time than the other Marvel movies, and I think I was just like fucking craving anything goddamn different out of them at that point in time.
Yeah, and, like Thanos being presented as the protagonist is just a really good way of doing it. I'm also okay with the fact they changed Thanos' motivation entirely to this whole balance act, because I'll be honest, in the comics, you guys know what his motivation in the comics
is?
He
wants to get Lady Death horny.
Yes, he wants to impress Lady Death, who couldn't have given less of a fuck.
Yeah. Frequently shacking up.
I still love the comic reason why. I love the reason she shacked up with Deadpool is because he can't die, and that's the one thing she can't have. She wants what she can't have. I'm like, that's fucking perfect and hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Also, the fact she shows no interest in Wolverine sexually means that Wolverine can and will die.
Like, I try to.
Yeah, he did die.
Eventually.
I try to fucking avoid talking about the goddamn Marvel shit too much because I don't want to be that fucking, that's just that guy who doesn't enjoy shit. But it's like every single fucking time there's a goddamn fucking Marvel thing. It's in my fucking face no matter what I do. I don't watch TV. I don't fucking have ads playing on YouTube, but it's still the only fucking thing every single fucking person in my goddamn life talks about. I hate Disney. Get Disney the fuck away from me. I want the goddamn monopoly that is Disney fucking broken up and split into tiny little fucking pieces. I don't want to watch these movies just on that fucking principle. So combine it on the fact that they're not even interesting as far as films go, that they're just the exact fucking goddamn same cookie cutter formulaic bullshit every single fucking time. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, how many of them are basically just the bad guy is the good guy but evil? Think about it. The first Iron Man set that standard, and everyone just kind of went, okay, let's do that, because if you look at Captain America, that's that. If you look at the Ant-Man, that's just that. If you look over at, fuck it, I'm going to get in trouble for this one. If you look at Black Panther, it's that. Like, if you get in...
Why would you get in trouble for that? The whole crux of Black Panther's argument is that it's supposed to try to present Killmonger's arguments as, like, the right choice and shit, and, like, T'Challa's supposed to, like, look over that.
People don't like it when you criticize Black Panther, I've noticed. It's not that it's a bad film. Okay, it's not great, but it's... If you point out the CG breaks, particularly on the train fight scene at the end, you point out that the writing's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
And particularly Killmonger's final monologue is actually... pretty fucking atrocious.
Yeah, half of the movie is really good.
Like, it's like,
but like the same thing I say about like Last Jedi and fucking Return of the Jedi and shit is like you can have half of a good movie, but it doesn't make the fucking movie good. In Last Jedi's case, it's a third of a good movie.
I'd argue there's a lot more good in Black Panther than Last Jedi. Like, I would say I enjoyed Black Panther, but you can't. You have to look at the whole picture and it's kind of go.
It feels like they put.
It was a phenomenal.
It feels like they put two Black Panther movies together.
Yeah,
I think they'll
make it up
like it feels like
the
first half is the first one, and then the second half is the sequel. Sorry, Discord just completely fucked up and everything just fucking...
Yeah, I realized what happened there, yeah. I'll let you finish. I think you're probably right there, because I know there was a Wakanda Easter egg in, I think, the second Iron Man film, or...
the Vibranium.
So I think they were supposed to do... no, Wakanda appeared on the map, if I remember right, or something like that. Oh. But I think they were supposed to do a Black Panther film during Phase 2, but things got weird, and then they ended up doing it later on. But, like, yeah, you're probably right, honestly, Xander. You're probably honestly right.
I feel like this whole section just became listen to us bitch about Marvel movies, so we should probably move on from this fucking point, because that's not fun for anybody. Yeah. If you like Marvel movies, because I don't like them, I don't think you're stupid. I don't think you deserve to have your fucking fun taken away or any of that shit. I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm not criticizing you, okay? Yeah. You are allowed to have all the fun that you want. I want you to fucking come out of this going, oh, that guy just doesn't like it. That's cool. Not going, oh, I'm stupid. You're not stupid. Have fun with the fucking movie. I'm glad you can have fun with it.
Yeah, that's a fair way to put it. Let's talk about something we do like a lot, though. Let's talk about something but all three of us very much like. Halloween.
Oh, well, I mean, 2 of us like Halloween.
3 of us like Halloween because we like our spooky, scary movies.
I'm not even a horror fan.
Do we though?
I think we do. I think we all do, because I've shown you some horror movies in the past year or so, Devon. You very much into enjoy them.
Yeah. I mean, I used to not much care for horror, but there's some horror films I do enjoy, like the ones that
we've been. So Xander, to explain, I've been showing Devon and his wife kind of the George R. R. Romero, the original trilogy, but in reverse. So last year we watched Day of the Dead over Halloween, then we watched Dawn of the Dead earlier this year, and I need to show him Night of the Living Dead. But I know that Xander very much is a big fan of the Alien films, particularly the first 2, 3.
Hang on.
So I know we're all into our spooky.
Fun fact about Night of the Living Dead. The first time I watched that was on Gaia Online when they started doing free movie streaming.
Yeah, because they forgot to copyright the fucker, so it's completely copyright free.
They also showed the Matrix.
You can go to the Wikipedia article and download it.
Yeah, they showed a lot of movies for free on that website. Now that I think about it.
What now? What's free now?
There was
Gaia was showing a lot.
Yeah, there was this dumb website I used to use, Gaia Online, the fucking anime internet forum, essentially. That's the best way to put it. But fucking, like they had this one like whole summer where they would just stream movies for free and shit, and you would go into a movie theater and like fucking watch movies and shit. And that was how I watched fucking Night of the Living Dead for the first time, and I watched The Matrix that way and all this other shit. I think they premiered the Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle movie or series through that too. It was one of those.
Apparently, Little Shop of Horrors is too.
Oh damn!
Thank you, Wenton. But yeah, with Night of the Living Dead, I will recommend something though. You can get it for free out there. However, a lot of the rips of it that are out there are from the cheap, like 99-cent dollar. You know, here's 100 horror movies. You can get DVD kind of things that are full of like old public domain horror films. If you can get it, it's kind of pricey because it's out of print. If you can get the Anchor Bay print of Night of the Living Dead, I have a copy of it because wife used to work at a used DVD store, but it's probably the best print to get, and it looks phenomenal.
Oh, I was gonna say it's because you're a film snob, but that too, that works.
Well, that too. I have a bachelor's in film. I'm allowed to be picky on this shit.
That's true.
But yeah, I've been showing Devon these in reverse, and yeah, Devon's been a champ. You really like Dawn of the Dead, I remember, right? We got to the end of it, and you're like, that was really good. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Which one? Oh, God, I got to remember which one was Dawn of
the Dead. Dawn of the Dead was the one in the mall.
Okay,
remember it?
Yeah, I did like that
Day
one.
of the Dead was the one that had the ending scene when they're in the mines getting eaten, and that was the one wave, and I was like, ooh, with the eye getting, yeah. Dawn of the Dead was the one, because I remember it starts off very hardcore in the apartment building, and like the guy's going completely feral and screaming racial slurs and shooting people willy-nilly if they're zombies or not. And you're like, this is a bit much. I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be. And then we get to the mall and you're like, this is fucking great. And I'm like, yeah, it is fucking great. And then I've got to Not Living Dead. Speaking of which, I haven't watched Land of the Dead in forever, so maybe we should watch Land of the Dead as well. That was a more recent one.
If I'm being honest, God, I hate that picture. Thanks so much for showing that to me.
Thanks, Xander. Xander's showing us the Sonic X Sora meme, by the way.
I screenshot it so I can just post it on screen.
So I used to not really care much for horror films. Like, it's just not. I don't know. I guess I just wasn't really a fan of them because I didn't really enjoy being scared. Like, I think what really turned me off to horror was when my friend and I would watch horror movies together. Like, we watched The Exorcist, and I was like, oh, okay. That's a film. And then after we watched The Exorcist, we watched what was it? We watched Mirrors. I'm like, that is the worst horror film I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I realized watched that a few years ago. It's so fucking stupid.
It's so fucking bad. Like, the ending made me just be like, this is
oh my god, yeah, the mirror protects itself by making them move and not realizing they've moved, so she gets smacked with the fucking it's so fucking stupid.
It's so dumb. And
there's a few like that.
I just gave up on that. I was like, nope, I'm out. No.
Nah, I thing with horror films is there's horror films because it's an easy genre to write. Xander, stop that shit. Because an easy genre to write, there's an awful lot of crap. So you've got to sift through it and find the good stuff. Because I could show you, I could show you a whole bunch of crap. For fuck's sake, if I really wanted just to mess with you and like disturb you and make you hate me, we'll watch Cannibal Holocaust.
Adam,
but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put you through Cannibal Holocaust because we're bros and bros don't do that to
bros. Don't
bros.
make other bros watch Cannibal Holocaust. Adam, 2021.
Yeah. No, seriously, that should actually be a slogan. I could probably run for office on that slogan.
Horror movies are boring to me because my brain always goes, "Hey, this isn't real. You know it is real," and then it injects my biggest fear in my brain. And then I just think about that instead. And I almost just doxed my biggest fear, but I remember I edited it out of a previous episode of the podcast just in case we get an insane fan so they don't do it to me.
Yeah.
His biggest fear, by the way, is pigeons.
His bussy gets exposed.
By a pigeon.
What?
Yes. Yeah, you heard us.
I'm just going to beep that out and just pretend like you guys said something worse. I'm literally going to just have it like,
I should also show you. Have you guys ever watched the Ju-on, The Grudge? I mean, the original one, not the American remake's alright, but I'm not the original one.
Yeah. It's a movie.
Okay, well, he's boring. Which game?
Oh, the Wii?
That's the Ring, not the fucking Grudge. This motherfucker, by the way, So I make a fucking point about the Ring Terror's Realm being the worst fucking game on Dreamcast. It is an atrocity against man. It has nothing to do with the Ring film. It has nothing to do with anything. And this guy sees it and goes, "Oh, I'll get to buy it and play it." He gets it home. An hour in, he calls me and he goes, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "I warned you!"
Adam, he's not fucking with you. There's a Ju-on the Grudge Wii game.
No,
I know. I did a video on it. I know. He's talking about Ring Terror's Realm. He's getting the Ring and the Grudge.
All right, cool. Because I was about to be like, have you not played this fucking weird thing? I could have swore I watched a video you did on it.
I did a video on it. Yeah.
My brain was like, was that actually AVGN? And for a second, Adam's video became an AVGN video. That should say a lot about the quality of your work, Adam.
Thank you. But yeah, no, the Grudge game is pretty fucking bad, but that's a different level of bad. The Ring game, oh my god. Why is it with horror games, by the way? So many of them are just
bad.
I was thinking about this myself. Like, particularly in recent years, where I hate to say it, but the YouTuber and the Twitch streamer has kind of ruined it in a weird way, because a lot of them are now very short, and they try to be very jump scary to try and get that moment, that clippable moment, you know?
Yeah. Everything is about jump scares and everything now, and it's fucking boring.
I don't mind jump scares. Jump scares can be done well in certain horror films. Like thinking back to like John Carpenter's The Thing, right? Which relies on a mixture of body horror and jump scares to be effective. And it's fantastically effective because it knows how to play its hand right. And then you get something like, I don't know, the atmospheric horror like called Layers of Fear, which is the funniest fucking thing. Because it markets itself as, I have no jump scares. Despite the fact it's literally riddled full of fucking jump scares. Fuck off out of here with that hipster shit. Like, you get that fucking, oh my god, that stupid fucking scene where the little girl's running through the hallway and it goes boom into the wall. And it's trying to be a jump scare. And like, I couldn't take it seriously. Then you get something like, now to be fair, I laughed my ass off at it, Resident Evil 8, which is it properly and has the weird little baby demonic thing in the basement.
I hate that thing.
There are 2 times the people, by the way. He went and like had an absolute nope out at it. His wife had a nope out at it. I saw it. I broke down laughing, and I think I offended him and Ale because I was streaming it to our Discord call, and I just couldn't stop. I had to pause it. I was laughing that hard.
It made me an Ale solidified decision on not having kids for sure. Like, nope.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about it again. Just that double little face going, woo!
You ever play the PS2 horror game Obscure?
No, but Liz has actually. I just got the Aftermath on Wii at the con actually last weekend.
What's the Aftermath?
I don't know. So Liz wanted it because it was being sold for under market value.
I forget how the fuck we came in business in this goddamn game. It probably sucked too. I never finished it, but
Liz got the re-release on Steam, and apparently she enjoyed it. So
it used to have a Sum 41 song on it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Fatlet?
I don't know what song it was.
Man, like, oh god, what the fuck game was it that came across my desk recently that I was like, what the fuck is this? Blair Witch. Blair Witch.
The
Blair
new
Witch
one?
had a game?
Yeah, and it was made by the fucking assholes behind Layers of Fear too. I was so interested when I heard Blair Witch was getting like a puzzle horror game, and then I saw Bloober Team, and I'm like, and I'm out.
Yeah.
And you just lost me, I'm out. Like, there are people who defend that game, and they'll be like, it's a deep, meaningful... No, it's a walking simulator full of jump scares. Piss off.
Yeah.
So I sound like the bitter guy with Halloween, but like, there's a certain time I'm just like, get out of here with that shit.
My whole entire experience with anything in the quote-unquote horror genre is nothing scares me, nothing thrills me the way it's supposed to. I get the enjoyment out of creature designs, which is why I prefer stuff like Aliens and Pumpkinhead, because the creatures look cool.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the Silent Hill games for the creature designs?
All right.
Just because they say vary between game to game.
Yeah, the main ones I remember are Pyramid Head and the Nurse.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2. Makes sense. But no, I must admit, I'm also kind of hard to scare in a horror game these days. What I typically go for in those things is, I'm going to sound like a pretentious shithead when I say this, atmosphere. Very much atmosphere. Like, I'm trying to think of a video game atmosphere which can beat something like Silent Hill.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Or can beat particularly the... I can pretend you didn't say that. Think about the atmosphere in in Resident Evil 2. You've managed to evade the liquor in that very first section of the police department.
The second
You've gotten
floor.
down the stairs, you know where you're going,
Yeah.
the second floor, and you've gotten into the save room. And that music plays.
Well, no, I think what makes it better is the fact that in that scene in Resident Evil 2, you first experience the sound effect that is the footsteps, because you walk across the crinkled glass and your footsteps change to you walking on glass, and that's the first time you go through it, because there's nothing in there the first time you go through it, but the second time you go through, that's when the liquor appears, and you step on that glass and the liquor hears it and jumps down on you.
Yep.
And that's
atmosphere.
That's
Perfect.
why that's such a great scene, because it prepares you without preparing you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Think about the atmosphere in go to Alien Isolation. That kind of not fear but anxiousness of not knowing exactly where the thing is, but knowing vaguely where it is, and knowing you've got to get around it somehow, and knowing that even saving isn't necessarily the safest thing to do. Like, oh my god, Alien Isolation. I remember playing that game, and I felt so bad, like basically feeding other humans to it just to try and, save my own skin. But I did it multiple times, and that decision of, I throw a noisemaker, they die, but I live. And it's very, very great. This kind of very thought-provoking, but very, I guess, anxiety-ridden atmosphere that intentionally just kind of, not saying messes with you in the horror way, but makes you kind of think like, this ain't exactly black and white, is it?
The thing...
Really good game.
Sorry, it looks like Xander wants to say something.
The real fucking most atmospheric fucking crazy ass fucking shit in any horror game I've ever played is the goddamn flashback sequence minigames in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, because they're in 2D, and everybody knows 2D graphics are the ugliest, most terrifying graphics of all time.
Oh, they're even better. They're Atari graphics. Truly
Atari
terrifying. It's 1987. Oh my god, so deep, so meaningful.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say was this. It was basically, I, for one, okay. So I know that when it comes to horror games, the environment and the God, what's the word again that we just said it? My brain is
atmosphere.
Atmosphere, yes. The atmosphere is like key to what makes a horror game, right? However, this is one thing I'm hoping for specifically. So with Resident Evil 2, the remake, right? It went from being a fixed camera perspective to an over-the-shoulder shooter. However, it still, to me, has moments that are very tense and very, horror-filled, like things that still get me, get me going, like the original did.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping for with Resident Evil 4 that didn't have any of that. Resident Evil 4 it's a horror game in name only, because it's not very scary. The power.
It has horrific imagery and it has some great atmosphere and points, but yeah, it's definitely more of an action game.
It's more of an action game. So what I'm hoping for is when they remake 4, because that's what they're doing. I'm actually kind of hoping that when they remake it, they give it more of a horror feel, like they did with Resident Evil 8, the remake of 2, the remake of I want.
Have they announced officially, by the way, they're doing 4? Because I heard people talking about it, and then there was
I'm like 90
misunderstanding what was that game or something else.
I'm pretty sure they said they were remaking it. Like they said it at some point, but
I have to double check if they actually announced it yet. I'm still hoping they do Code Veronica instead, because if anything's screaming for it,
right,
it's Code Veronica. It's a major piece of the story puzzle as well.
Right, but like I said, I'm still hoping that when they do remake 4, they give it more of a horror environment and a horror aesthetic, because I feel like Resident Evil 4 with more horror aspects to it could be a great game. Like 4 is already a fantastic game, hands down, from a story perspective alone. Oh, I'm sorry, a gaming gameplay perspective alone. But if they can give me that great horror feeling that I feel when I play 2 and 3 remake, like I think it'll probably be like my most favorite game of all time. Like
I feel like taking out the campy action fucking movie vibe of 4 would kind of just ruin everything.
Yeah, I mean, that depends how you do it, because you can definitely do those village-style games and make them scary. Like, if you look at what Outlast 2 was meant to be, that would be kind of the similar vibe they're going for. At this point, Outlast 1, it's a game that has jump scares, but does them well, because it's not, like, ham-fisted, it's just more... It's in combination with a bit of body horror, with a bit of horrific imagery, you know, with a bit of like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on here, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the cherry on top of the atmospheric pie, rather than just, you know, ah! Fucking still mad about Layers of Fear. I got Layers of free on Xbox Games of Gold, and I still feel like I don't have a fucking refund.
I mean, I can see where that comes from too, though. The getting rid of the campy, like, you know, Sam Raimi-esque feel that it has. Like, I literally get like that kind of vibe from it. I feel like you could replace Leon with Bruce Campbell, and it would still be the same game.
There's that great line. There's a great line from Luis, and he's like, as the president's daughter, I can see she's been equipped with ballistics.
Right.
It's so fucking cheesy.
That's also not at all how the line is delivered, but go on.
Oh, he's like, she's got...
and I see the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics as well.
He just like straight up goes, nice tits, my love.
Yeah. the most Italian way possible.
Is he? I thought it was Spanish. I thought his name was Luis Serra.
Luis Serra, but he's from that part of Europe. The whole game takes place in Spain.
Yeah, well, he's not Italian then, he's Spanish.
Whatever.
I tweeted the word hacked.
Xander, don't you dare fucking say everyone's Italian.
Replying to me.
What now?
I tweeted the word hacked while you guys were talking about all this, and I already have a bot replying to me with a stupid fucking Instagram account.
I hate that shit.
Why would you be tweeting out hacked? What is
because one of our friends got their Amazon account hacked somehow, and support won't help them out. So, and then like 3 bots replied. So I just wanted to see how many bots would reply if you just tweet this singular word hacked. And yeah, it works. Crazy.
I got people when I was doing stuff for the podcast. I tweeted at the podcast, and I got people going, "You guys need podcast artwork or this, that, and the other." And we're like, "No,
fuck you.
Good, thank you."
The same thing happens when you tweet commission and what's the other one? Like, I want this on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that one's my favorite one, because people mess with those bots and use Disney's lawyer powers for good.
I love the one with the NFTs, when people were posting NFTs and stuff. I want this on the shirt, and they would they put the image on the shirt. It cracks me up.
Oh my god, but the fucking what these people were doing was like, because they were doing it to a lot of artists. Like, artists would, you know, put something up, and I want this on a shirt, and the Chinese bots would throw it up on Redbubble or whatever. And what people were doing was they were tweeting out images of Mickey Mouse, and then someone else reply with, "I want this on a shirt." And what would then happen? Yeah, Disney would shoot a DMCA. Instantly done, taken care of.
You love to see it. I love using capitalism against itself.
I'd say, is it really capitalism when it's China? But I guess technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Free Hong Kong.
Free Hong Kong, indeed. And now, for today's sponsor, again, it's Jono. Hey, You got the cereal. You like the cereal. Eat the cereal, watch the podcast. This has been... Oh, God. It's you.
All right, motherfucker. I told you, motherfucker. I told you fucking leave this goddamn podcast alone. I told you leave this podcast, my podcast, John's podcast. You leave John's podcast alone. You leave John's podcast alone, but you don't come in here. You don't come into my fucking store. You fucking come into my goddamn recording booth and you say, I'm gonna fucking come on this goddamn podcast. I'm gonna come on John's podcast. No, John's gonna come on your podcast. John quickly points his gun at John O. Fully loaded. John O's back is against the wall. What will happen? Find out next time on Insert Title here. Sue me, me.